so good to see you.
It's so good to see you. I love this show.
Thank you so much, Jurnee.
I'm so happy to be here.
I gotta say this. Like, you just came from, we put you upstairs in our Lucille Ball dressing room, and I did not know that you, like, loved her, and as you were growing up, you would watch Lucille Ball.
Yes.
Did she have, like, an impact on you?
Massive impact. She's, you know, honestly, some of my earliest memories are watching the Vitameat Vegemite
Yes,
episode.
absolutely.
Or, you know, I think I'm honestly currently a chocoholic because of the factory line episode where she's stuffing all the chocolates in her mouth. I went and did that and fell in love with chocolate.
Really?
No, I mean, she's so brilliant. You know, I mean, and was such an innovator for women, producing her own show. You know,
she owned her own studio.
Come on now.
That's like Lady Boss, right? The first woman to own her own studio. So I'm glad you liked it, because she's one of my idols as well.
I love that. Thank you for putting me in the dressing room.
Absolutely. Something I just was like, I think I know this girl. You know, and you know what else I love about you, girl, because I follow all of the entire family, the Smollett family. You guys are so close-knit. It's like family is everything with you. And I did not know that y'all had a cook-off each year for Thanksgiving. Who does what? What does who? Tell me about it, girl.
Girl, listen. So Jake, my younger brother, is a chef.
He is.
But all of us think we're actual chefs, you know? And so we're all a little competitive in the kitchen and anytime we play sports.
Really?
So Thanksgiving just becomes one big cook-off where we're fighting for stove space and oven space and taking someone's dish out so I can put my dish in. And their dish might be a little undercooked, but you know, it's okay.
And it's so funny because, and tell Jake I said hi, because whenever I would have a party in LA, he would cater my parties. He's amazing.
Oh, he is. And he was on this show,
He came on the show, Chef Jake. Now tell me, so what do y'all do with him? Because he's a trained professional chef.
He is, but you know, whatever.
You know, and I remember when you were pregnant with your son, Hunter. So now he's about, what, 7 or 8 years old?
8 years old. He just turned 8 on Halloween.
He just turned 8. Okay, girl, so I want to ask you this. You raised him, you're a single working mom. You're always working. And then you have your child. How do you find the balance or juggle it?
Whew, that is the question of, you know, I think I have any other struggle like any other parent. You know, you're trying to pursue what you love without neglecting those that you love. And I also sit at a place of privilege where I'm able to bring him along with me most times, you know, and he sits on the set. Girl, I was pregnant with him, you know, and was shooting season 2 of Underground and wrapped 9 days before giving birth to him. So
you, girl,
like, he grew up on sets, legitimately.
Oh my gosh, so I watched you at Underground, so you was trying to escape and you was pregnant with the baby.
Listen, I was on fight scenes with the belly.
Oh,
you know, I thought they buried me alive. I have told my son these stories and he goes, "Why did you let that happen, Mom?" You know, I mean, I think for me, it is, I'm a Libra, so I'm constantly trying to find balance.
Yeah.
And yeah, you know, I want him to be a part of my life. Alfre Woodard long ago told me, she said, "Girl, you better strap that baby on your back and live your life."
Absolutely. Yeah. And you know what, I know, because the fame thing, you asked for it. With my son, he's 19 years old, and so he gets very, very annoyed when people want pictures and autographs. He wants, you know, he just wants to be him and his mom.
Yeah.
How is Hunter handling that? Your fame?
You know, it's interesting. I think parts of it he loves. You know, we got to meet Steph Curry.
Oh, yeah, then he likes it.
Because of things like that. But then there's moments where, you know, recently we were at Disneyland, and he really had to use the bathroom.
Okay.
And this woman really was excited about my work. But he had to use the bathroom, so she followed us into the bathroom. And he just needed
it was things
to go.
Yeah.
You know, and so, you know, it's those moments that's a little awkward because I'm like, we're in the bathroom and my son's, you know, and she's just like, wait, just let me take this selfie real quick, you know. And so some of those moments you have to set a boundary and go, "Man, I just wait a second, let me handle my son," you know. So there's some times where it's like, it's just a little awkward.
Now wait till they start knowing Hunter, his name, and Hunter's using the bathroom, and at 8 you gotta help him, and they go, "Are you Hunter?" Then it's gonna really be, they gonna get something they didn't wish for. Okay, let me stop. It's the boy thing. You know, now Jurnee, you've been in the business so long. You started acting when you were in diapers. You were a baby and you were acting. So at what point did you realize that, okay, acting is my calling?
That's a great question. I have a very clear memory. You know, yes, I've been in front of the camera since I was 10 months old, born here in New York, modeling, you know, doing commercials. And then it wasn't until I did my second film, I was 10 years old, a film called Eve's Bayou.
Eve's Bayou, yep.
You know, I think working with such great actors like Lynn Whitfield and Samuel L. Jackson and the late, great Diane Carroll, it was directed by this incredible filmmaker, Casey Lemons. And these masters of the craft, you know, alongside my mom being my acting coach, I really learned how to think like the character.
Okay.
And there was a moment in a scene with Samuel L. Jackson where he's talking to me. I had just seen, you know, him cheating on my mother. And we're talking about everything but what happened. And in that moment, we're shooting the scene, I reached and hugged him. And on set, I dropped the mask. And it occurred to me that Eve has been trying to put it on just to protect her dad. And I was able to think like the character. And in that moment, it was a high, a creative high that I was able to experience, you know, when you can lose yourself in a character. And I knew in that moment I wanted to do it for the rest of my life.
Oh, girl. And you have been doing it.
Thank you.
I have just enjoyed everything that you do. I'm such a fan of what you do. And this one, The Order, girl, you a bad boss lady in The Order. Like, I was sitting on my couch like, oh my goodness. I love seeing you in this role. So The Order, it's based, this is a very chilling movie. It's based on a true story. Can you tell us about it?
Yeah, so it is. It's based on a true story of a domestic terrorist group named The Order who splintered off from the Aryan Nation, white supremacy group, and started robbing banks in order to build a war chest to take arms against the American government and start a race war. And this really happened in the 1980s, led by a man named Bob Matthews. And our film, you know, it's really a thriller, a cat and mouse kind of chase story in which Terry Husk, played by Jude Law, who is just so phenomenal in the film. He assembles a group, including myself, of special agents from the FBI, and we track down the bad guys, you know. And it is, you know, a story not a lot of people know about. You know?
I didn't know about this story.
Yeah, and you know, unfortunately, a lot of folks followed this guy, Bob Matthews, and the book, The Turner Diaries. People like Timothy McVeigh and, you know, some of the incidents that have happened since. And, you know, it's sobering because it's a part of our history that we gotta face, you know, and it's a part of our history that's unfortunately still very relevant.
Absolutely. That's why I liked it, because even though it was back then, it was so today and how things are happening now.
Yeah.
Now, I know this movie, the cast got to go to the Venice Film Festival.
Yes.
And, you know, that's very, very different. Now, that's very glamorous.
Yeah.
How glamorous did you have to get?
I got pretty glamorous. Look, I was on a boat.
Look at you in Italy. Italy, looking all Italian.
You know, you just feel it's very like old Hollywood, you know, Grace Kelly vibe, you know. All I said to Jude was like, Jude, when I get out of this boat, you better not let me fall, okay?
Girl.
Because you have the paparazzi are right there when you step out, and so you have to step out all elegant, and I'm not naturally.
This is what I want to ask you, because I've only been to Italy to do stand-up comedy, so I haven't really been and traveled in Italy. Did you get an Eat, Pray, Love adventure in Italy?
Absolutely not.
Oh, well, damn.
No. You're not doing that.
Okay, we gotta go together. I'm gonna get you on the Eat, Pray, Love, girl.
You're gonna get me in trouble.
Okay, I'm gonna get you in trouble. Shaq, you wanna go on the Eat, Pray, Love in Italy? Jurnee, thank you so much for being here. I am glad you came. Yo, The Order hits theaters tomorrow.
We're gonna have a good time. We're gonna have a good time.